just thought I'd break out a couple of knives and just have a little chat about what's sitting on the table right now. I will say that each of these were under 100, most of them well under 100, more in the $40 to $50 range, with only one of them really even coming close to 100. And one of these things is not like the other, so it's just a little different. Anyway, I'm going to start with the Walmart Swisstech Gerundet, or Gerundet, if you will. They call it an assisted flipper. It's got a 3-inch AUS-8 blade and a 4-inch carbon fiber handle. Now, this actually has a really nice action. You know, very easy, super smooth. It's kind of like a gentleman's carry, you know, if you don't want to have a big old knife with you, but you want to have a decent knife with you. So, definitely like that one. Now, the next one is a bit of a hornet's nest. This is Harbor Freight's own Icon IK23. All right, they call it a drop point with ceramic bearings. D2 steel, G10 handle, blades about 3 inches, overall length 7.5. Now, people rightly compare this to the Beg Mini Glimpse, and you know, honestly, it's a fair comparison. It looks pretty much just like the Mini Glimpse, which, you know, I could see why a lot of people would just not buy it as a protest decision. But I decided I wanted one because there was some buzz about it, and I was able to get one, and they're tough to get. And I gotta say that this knife is really just gorgeous to open. I mean, it is fast and smooth, and you know, just a really, you know, pardon the pun, it's a sharp knife, and it is in fact nicely sharp. I edge all of my knives, and you know, I'll take them apart and sand them a little bit, you know, just to, well, sand is a little overstated, but I'll smooth them out. Anyway, so that's the Icon, the IK. See if that'll focus. IK23. Really, that's actually a very nice piece. Next, we have the Real Steel Megalodon Revival. All right, this is a almost 4-inch blade. They say it's a 3.93 Bowler End 690 steel, and G10 carbon fiber laminate handle. All right, this is quite honestly one of the nicest knives you can get for under $100, in my opinion. It's just really so nice. Really, just it's craftsmanship. You know, it's a beautiful knife, and it's put together so nicely. You know, you can see, I mean, that blade is like right down the middle. It's just sweetness, and just barely legal in New York State. Now our next one is, you know, I saw this on a video, and I was kind of intrigued, so I just bought it. It came from the largest online retailer in the world. You know who that is. This is an Eafengrow EF970. It has a 3.9-inch D2 steel blade, G10 handle, and this has a dagger shape, so people might confuse it for an out the front, but it's not. This actually took a little bit of work. I took it down and smoothed everything out. I actually also needed to knock down this edge here. It was very sharp. It was cutting, and also these edges here. So opening and closing it was actually kind of a painful proposition, but now, I mean, it is just sleek and smooth, and actually, I'd say a pretty nice looking knife. And then we have our Columbia River knife and tool M1604. And this has a 4-inch Tanto AUS stainless blade, 5 1/4-inch closed. The handle is 6061 T6 aluminum. And sometimes you just want, it's cold now, so here we go. Sometimes you just want a big blade. It's, there we go. It's chilly here, and when they are cold, it's not like carrying them in your pocket when they're just, there you go, a couple of clicks later, and it's just doing its thing very nicely. Yeah, sometimes you just want a bigger blade, and that's a big knife, but when you're in the woods and you want a knife in your pocket, this is it's a good one. Very beefy. You could definitely depend on it to cut or chop or whittle when you need it. And I like the understated green. It's looks like a military issue kind of knife. Overall, very, very nice. Good utility knife. Feels really good in the hand, and you can really get a good grip on it as you're moving it, if you need to be cutting something down. And our last knife on the table is actually a knife I did a full video on. This is the, turn her over, the SOG SlimJim. This is the Mark II version, the revised version. This one has the safety up here, whereas the original had a bit of a safety latch down here. And as I'd said in my other video, the full video, I wanted to love it, but it wasn't deploying reliably until I lubed it and figured out that you really pretty much just have to get it with this part of your thumb and push it over to the side like that. And, it's very, very reliable when you're using that technique. And it is spring assisted and deploys quite rapidly. And it is light. I mean, this is my other gentleman's carry because it's very discreet and it doesn't really have any bulk to speak of. And it's a conversation piece. It's not a run-of-the-mill, knife. You know, it just has very interesting, minimalist, almost steampunk look to it with the way that the handle is reduced. So those are a couple of my knives that I just wanted to show. And jeepers, which one would I take with me if I could only take one? Oh boy, that's tough. You know, I'd have to say it's either going to be the Icon or the Real Steel. I mean, the Columbia River is a beauty, but just carrying it around all the time, it's bulky. The Eafengrow, just, you know, while it's nice, it's kind of dainty. You know, it probably isn't going to stand up to any real abuse. Swisstech, honestly, is so nice, but again, you know, you can cook small in a big wok, but you can't cook big in a small wok, as they say. So, you know, damn, that is so nice, so silky smooth. But now, have to be between these two, the Icon, and man, that is just fast. It's pretty beefy, but not crazy. But boy, oh boy, deployment on this is just smooth. And then, of course, there's the Megalodon revival, which I gotta say is probably, is it the one? So nice, really nice. Yeah, I'd say that if I had to walk out with just one, it's probably going to be the Real Steel, because I just think it'll take more abuse. You know, it's got a really functional blade shape. You know, you could cook with it, good point. Actually, here, let me just open that back up again. Just has a really good grip position, you know. I like it. I like it a lot. So, yeah, year one, year two, I think I take the SlimJim 3 simply because it's just so much fun. Columbia River 4, Swisstech 5, and Eafengrow 6. So that is the order. I hope that you enjoyed this, and keep your blade sharp, but be careful. As I've mentioned, it can be a bloody and painful lesson to learn when handling a blade that is very sharp. Like to keep them sharp. There we go. Damn. Maybe I should change my criteria and let myself keep 2. But anyway, be good, be safe, and thank you for your attention. Dismissed.